And a pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to Smoky Mountain High School as we get set for junior varsity volleyball, the final volleyball game for the JV squads for both Franklin and Smoky Mountain. I'm George Young alongside Tony Christie as we get set for some afternoon volleyball. This game was moved up to a 3 o'clock first serve. And
yes.
We're going to have an afternoon of the regular season finales for both Franklin and Smoky on our Trommelcast on Facebook, FPSN, YouTube, FPSN, and also on the Smoky Mountain YouTube channel. Both teams have warmed up, and we are getting closer and closer to getting this one underway. Tony, both teams played last night. The Lady Panthers got a win against Highlands, and Smoky Mountain traveled to Brevard last night. And we were talking about this right before we came on, and it caught me by surprise. This is the final game for the junior varsity squads because they don't obviously have a tournament. There's not going to be a conference tournament this year for junior varsity, and they don't have any playoffs. So this is it. This is the final game here in 2020.
Yes, this is it for the young ones to make their last impression on the varsity coaches. Because this is your varsity coaches usually go by what they saw you do last, and then they go into tryouts and things, workouts for the summer, and then tryouts and things like that. But it's going to be a very good contest between these two. It went to 3 last time, didn't it?
It was very competitive.
Yes,
that's what Coach Melissa Hill told us before this afternoon's game. A very competitive match at the Panther Den. She is looking forward to it. In fact, she called it a fun game to coach, actually. Very back and forth, scores very close. And that one, and Franklin able to win the first matchup between these two squads.
This is an interesting place where we're sitting.
We are, and if you're watching, we've got cameras on both sides because of the fact that they don't have the stands where usually at least we had broadcast basketball before. If you walk into the Smoky Mountain gym, it's on the left side. They have all the players on that side, and the stands behind us are not out. So we've got plenty of room, social distance.
Yes.
Fans are on the other side. What you're watching here on the other side, obviously, we've got cameras over there. We've got a camera that you're watching right now behind us. So you'll see the SM on the middle part of the court switch from time to time because of the way that this is laid out.
And the reason why it's weird, because like for volleyball, this might be interesting trying to figure out what is happening from where we are, because we're actually on the bench.
We are underway here. Reese Ward, the libero, will dig it out, and the first point will go to the Lady Panthers. And serving is going to be McCall Sanders. He drifts back. It's the first thing that head coach Cindy Christie said. That's going to go wide of the back line. And a point to the Lady Panthers. When she walked in, we were here obviously already set up. There's Cindy right there. She said, "This is weird." Walked in. Normally it's set up for basketball, and she had to get her bearings.
Yes,
because of the way it's set up. And obviously with volleyball here in 2020, the pandemic that we are living through, they are not switching sides of the court. So Franklin will be on the right side of your screen the entire match here. And they are dressed in red, and Smoky on the left side. Dug out by Reese Ward as she dove for that one. Into the net, and that's going to be a point for the Lady Panthers.
Another interesting thing about being where we are now, we can hear exactly what the officials are saying and the coaches and everything.
Yeah, we've got a mic right at the net on the scorer's table, so we'll be able to hear a lot of what's transpiring, which can be a good thing and could be a bad thing too. I warned your wife and him, we've got a whistle, and that's going to be too many hits. And it's 4-1 Franklin in the set number one. I warned Coach Christie, I said, now, we don't want any Sunday school words. Got a mic right here.
A mic right there.
She said that she taught Sunday school, so I don't know what that means.
Looks like both teams are ready for their last game and they're prepared. And nice dig.
Diving a dig that time.
By Avery Moffitt.
Moffitt's played well in this junior varsity season. Miss hit, and that'll be another point for the Lady Panthers. Now up 5-1. Franklin will have the serve here in set number one. Best of three in junior varsity. So that first set is crucial. And that's going to sail wide of this near side, left side line. And Smoky will get the serve as Franklin has the 5-2 advantage. And serving for the Mustangs, it's Anna Peachman. Also, it is senior night for the varsity side, and they're going to have the senior night festivities at the conclusion of the JV match. And we'll carry that here live for all the folks that cannot attend, which is pretty much everybody, unless you got that golden ticket. 25th or 25 fans get to come into the gymnasium, and you get the golden ticket. Rios with a big hit, blocked back, and into the net. Too many hits. And it's a point for the Smoky Mountain Lady Stangs. And all of a sudden, it's just a 5-4 advantage, a 1-point lead. And Smoky with the serve, a possibility to tie it up here. And it is off of Avery Moffitt. And it's a tie game now, Tony.
And that one right there, Avery's probably kicking herself that she just should have just moved to the left or the right.
Terrell, the big hit, and she'll pick up the point. 6-5, Lady Panthers. As checking in, Jacqueline Rios for Coach Christie and the Lady Panthers.
And the game moves faster from down here.
It does.
Yes.
Andrea Terrell with the serve. Although a little difficult to see some of the numbers from our angle. We were about, I'd say, 20 feet behind the scores table.
And this is normally the part of the season where a lot of JV games start looking like varsity games, just because the players have played so much and they've grown and they've trained a lot and they've gotten a lot better.
Paul Sanders would up, could not get it over the net for the Lady Panthers. And we are tied now at 6. The Smoky Mountain will have the serve. Chandler Jerome with the serve for Coach Melissa Hill. And that's going to sail wide, and that's a point for the Lady Panthers. They'll get the serve back up now 7-6 here in the opening set of action on this doubleheader afternoon, 2 days before Christmas. Glad that you're with us on all of our platforms. Into the net it goes, and another point for the Lady Panthers. Up 8-6, and it's going to be Abby Carpenter with the serve for Coach Christie. That'll be a point for Smoky. No, check that. It's going to go wide. It's going to be a point for the Lady Panthers. Now up 9-6. That's one thing we can't see on the other side. We can't see the line.
I might just start watching on our little
that
TV
may be
right
the
here.
Best thing to do. And Greenlee Flynn will pick up the kill. Lady Mustangs will get the serve as checking in to the match for Coach Melissa Hill. It's Caitlin Cox, and it's going to be Cox that will now serve as the Lady Mustangs trail 9-7.
Greenlee Flynn with a nice block right there.
And it's going to be Caitlin Cox again to serve. Again, Flynn with the hit. Rios
into the net.
That was the whistle. 10-8.
11. Greenlee Flynn was in the net there. That's why it looked like it was. It might have been a point for Smoky Mountain, but it was actually a point for Franklin.
The libero, Reese Ward, will serve for Coach Christie. And that'll be a service error. 10-9. Very similar to the first matchup between these two teams. Close and set number one back and forth. And that's been the way this one has been. And that one's going to be a service error for the Lady Mustangs.
20 for 9. Go, lady.
Kendall Reese checks in. Taking a seat, it's Jacqueline Rios. And Reese will serve. The Lady Panthers. Flynn, big hit, dug out by Reese Ward on that back line. And poked over by Flynn. It'll be a point for the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs.
The one thing that Coach Hill was talking about before the game is that Mariella Shepard, the setter, she has great hands, and she's been able to communicate with her middles a lot better lately.
Blocked by Flynn. Sent back over by Smoky. Andrea Terrell will pick up the point. 12-10. Lady Panthers get the serve back. Carl Sanders, the freshman, descended across the net. It's Flynn once again. We'll pick up that point for Smoky. And again, back and forth we go. It's 12-11, 1 point advantage for the Lady Panthers. And Smoky will serve with Mariella Shepard handling the serving duties, and rotating in, it's Addie Holt off the bench for Smoky. And that'll be a kill for Andrea Terrell. One thing we have seen throughout the season with Andrea Terrell, she likes that position on the court.
Right. And Andrea Terrell, she's actually a left side hitter. So that's where, so when they go to specialized position, she rotates over to the left side, and that's where she's been able to get a lot of her kills this year.
Service error. Peachman sends it into the net. 14-12. Rotating back in. Rios. Jacqueline Rios for Reese. And Terrell's going to serve.
Yes, sir.
That's off the hands of Flynn as she attempted to dig. 15-12. as Andrea Terrell will serve once again for the Lady Panthers. It's wide of the back line. 16-12. A lot of well-dressed young ladies are walking in. And I'm assuming these are the seniors.
Yes.
That are gonna
varsity team.
That are gonna be having their a special ceremony at the conclusion of these JV sets. Rios will pick up the point for the Lady Panthers. Now extending that lead.
And that was another good volley by everyone, both teams.
Yeah. 17-12, yeah. This has been an entertaining match here.
Yes. This is last time they played, I remember it being a close match.
Jacqueline Rios again. And we've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by head coach Melissa Hill. And the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs, they're going to talk things over as Franklin has taken a 18-12 advantage. And our broadcast on the FPSN side a little bit different tonight. Not going to be able to play commercials during the timeout, so we will keep it here down to about 35 seconds. As
I forgot all about that. Over. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, hold on, what's happening here? We should go to commercial.
Yeah, I like to throw great information on you. About 5 minutes before we go on the air.
Yeah, I forgot. It's okay. Yeah, that timeout right there was just to break the momentum because it had been barring that first part, omitting that first, section of the game when it was 5-1. This is the biggest lead so far, because it was, 6-5, 6-6, and 7-5, and things like that. So she didn't make Coach Hill wanted to make sure she didn't let it get away from her.
Yeah, old Mo had switched for sure. It was going back and forth for a good portion of this set. That's going to be wide and a point for the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs. They'll get the serve back. 18-13. Just joined us, a final night of volleyball for both Smoky and Franklin. Final game for junior varsity, as they won't be at a conference tournament this year for junior varsity. And that's another point for the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs. The varsities tournament will be in January, but Smoky lost last night, and according to athletic director Adam Phillips, they will not be qualifying for the Mountain 6 Conference tournament. They'll be in the 5th seed, and they're only taking 4 teams this year with semifinals and finals at East Henderson. Another point for the Lady Mustangs.
And Chandler Jerome, her serve, it's I believe it's left-handed, and it has a lot of movement and some other things happening to it.
It's Jerome to serve, and that one's going to be a service here. And she mishit that one. 19-15. Lady Panthers with the advantage. She played at 25, even on the JV side. Just snuck it in. 19-16. As Caitlin Cox rotates in for Coach Melissa Hill. That'll bring in the viewers. Yes. That's going to be a point for the Lady Panthers.
As they get nearer to that 25 mark.
20-16, 4-point edge, and it's going to be Jocelyn Rios to serve. Dug out. Smoky sends it over with Flynn, and it's going to be wide of that back line. And Franklin picks up the point, 21-16. As Rios again set to serve. That one's off the ceiling, and it's going to go straight down and a point for the Lady Panthers, 22-16. Big hit by Rios, and she'll pick up the kill. 23-16. Lady Panthers with the serve again. It's Jocelyn Rios, the freshman. Rios is going to head from the volleyball court to the basketball court.
Yes, both
the conclusion of tonight's game. 23-17. I know that Scott Hartbarger, head coach for the Lady Panthers, is excited about that. Have some size, and definitely something that the Lady Panthers did miss last year. Again, Smoky just sneaks it in. As you could hear him yell, out, 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 but it was able to paint that out-of-bounds line.
Yeah, from where we are, we can actually really hear the communication between the teams.
I love it. It's good.
Yes, very good.
We're up in the clouds at the Panther Den.
Nice swing by Avery Moffitt.
24-18. It's set point time for the Lady Panthers. Smoky stays alive, 24-19. They'll get the serve back. Greenlee Flynn sends it across the net for Coach Hill. Big hit. Have to save it. Carpenter sends it across for the Lady Panthers. We've got whistles at the net. And it's going to be a Franklin Lady Panther point. That will do it. The Lady Panthers are victorious in the opening set. 25-19 is the final, and we will keep it here.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
As
keep it here.
Both teams go to their respective benches, and we've got a clock up there. They do get 3 minutes between sets.
Yes.
It will roll, and we'll get back to action in about 2.5 minutes or so. Very competitive first set there,
yes,
Tony. Tell me what each team did pretty well, and what they have to do maybe a little bit better in the second set.
So I'll start off with Franklin. Franklin, their main things. You hear them communicating, but what's happening is some of them aren't really listening. So that's why you notice when they were yelling out, and then sometimes they went and they saved the ball, or they were yelling, they were yelling out and it happened to be in. And so they just have to listen and make sure that everyone is paying attention and the communication is all together. And if they keep doing that and keep that up, this next set will be the same thing as the first. Now on the Smoky side, on the Mustang side, what's happening is they have to make sure that they are getting to their defensive positions quicker. The transition from offense to defense has to be quicker. And right now it's not there on some of the big hits that the Rios twins have put down there and Andrea Terrell. So what happens is you have to make sure the transition from offense to defense go into base, and it's the base defense. When after offense, you have to get there quick and make sure you're paying attention and everyone's talking and communicating that way as well.
Smoky actually went out of the gymnasium, and they're in the lobby area of this fantastic.
Let me explain to you what in coaching terms what happens when you leave the gym. There's probably might be some loud discussions.
Yeah.
Mainly from the coach.
Yeah.
No one else is going to say anything.
With no fans in here, everybody would be able to hear
exactly. It. So take them outside. Talk to them. You can talk to them very loud, so they understand. They can get the passion that because in JV volleyball, it's the best out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 shot, 3 cracks at it sometimes. But if you don't get that first one, you have to win the second one, and that's where I think the Coach Hill is expressing to her JV squad.
And they have come back out at the Lady Mustangs. And it's really gotten very quiet.
Man. And you know what's funny? When I was talking earlier, I saw people turning around and start looking at me.
I know.
And I'm like, am I talking loud or is it just so quiet in there?
Set number 2 is fixing to begin. And Smoky will have the opening serve as they'll get the rotation set. It's going to be Ariella Shepard to open things up here in set number 2 for Coach Melissa Hill. And that'll be a service error to begin set 2. Terrell sends it across. We've got a whistle as Jerome sends it over. And it's going to be a point for the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs. Now tied at 2 apiece. They'll get the serve back. It's Anna Peachman to serve for Coach Hill. And a kill for Chandler Jerome.
That was
Smoky has taken the lead 2-1.
Yeah, and that was a smart dump by Jerome on that one because the middle blocker was right there, and she had to angle it and get it over and in between the libero.
Block back, and a point for the Lady Mustangs. I believe that was Addie Holt that blocked that vicious hit from Andrea Terrell. And it's going to be Peachman to serve once again. And that'll be a service error. Avery Moffitt now. Send it over. Rios with the kill.
Big hit by Jocelyn on that one.
Humongous. Could feel that from our position.
Yes.
About 20 feet away. Avery Moffitt again. Set to serve for Coach Cindy Christie and the Lady Panthers. Tied at 3 here in set number 2. And Smoky regains the lead. If you just joined us, the first set went to the Lady Panthers, 25-19. It's back and forth. Lady Panthers able to extend the lead late and win by 6. Terrell cannot get it inside that back line. And Smoky is now up 5-3 with the serve. And it's Chandler Jerome.
And this is the start that the Mustangs wanted to get in this second set.
Lady Mustangs will poke it over the net and go up 6-3. We've got a whistle, and Coach Cindy Christie wants to talk it over. She has seen enough. She wants to break momentum.
And you know what? I'm just playing the game back in my mind from when Smoky Mountain played Franklin at Franklin,
Mm-hmm.
and the same thing happened over there. I believe it was the first set was competitive back and forth. The second set, it was kind of competitive, but then I believe Smoky won, and then the third set I believe Franklin won 15-13.
Mm-hmm.
So these two teams are very equally matched.
That's what you would expect with two rivals. They know each other and know how each other are on the court. Probably played against each other for a long time.
And
maybe with each other as
They
well.
played everything, and from softball to basketball, they've played against each other since everyone was in grade school.
Out of the timeout, it's Smoky with the serve.
That barely got over. Nice pass.
Rios. And that'll be a point for the Lady Panthers.
9 for 20.
As checking in, it's Jacqueline Rios for the Lady Panthers. 6-4. Franklin gets the serve, as it is going to be Andrea Terrell sending it across. Whistle as that one is poked over. And somebody was in the net, I believe.
I believe that's what it was.
Okay. It is a point for the Lady Panthers, and Andrea Terrell will have the serve once again.
Great serve by Andrea.
Tied at 6.
And for the most part, most of the time, when young ladies are serving, the coach is telling them exactly where to serve it.
That one is off the roof. And I'm assuming you can play it off the roof.
Yes, you
here,
can. You can play it off the roof.
Like the Lady Mustangs, though, just kind of decided, it hit the roof, it's over. 7-6. Diving, Addie Holt could not come up with it. And the Lady Panthers have pushed that lead to 8-6 here in set number 2. Short serve, and it caught the Lady Mustangs off guard. Peachman dove for it, couldn't come up with it. 9-6 with Andrea Terrell again with the serve. And she missed that one. That's a service error.
Yeah.
13 for 2. Go, lady.
In for Coach Hill, it's Caitlin Cox. As she is going to get the serve. Rios will pick up the kill.
Two big swings by Rios and Carpenter.
And it's going to be Addie Carpenter that will serve. Rios blocked at the line, and it's going to be a Smoky Mountain point. And Holly Frederick now set to serve. Smoky within a point now. And the serve at 10-9. Again, it's Frederick. That'll sail wide, and it's a Lady Panther point, 11-9, and they'll get the serve back. As they sent it back across the net.
Yes.
Didn't realize. And, hey, it's Franklin's serve. And it's going to be Reese Ward that'll serve for Coach Christie. And that is outside. Oh, a point for Smoky. And Flynn, Greenleaf Flynn, set to serve. She's just a freshman, by the way.
Yes.
Very tall. Is Flynn. That one's into the net. Like the Rios twins.
Yes.
Blessed with height. And rotating in Kendall Reese for the Lady Panthers, Coach Christie. 12-10, Franklin advantage here in set 2. At the net, we got whistles, too many hits, and it's a point for the Lady Panthers. 13-10, 3-point edge, and it's going to be Kendall Reese once again to serve.
Nice swing by Avery Moffitt on that kill. I'm going to try watching it off of the TV because I'm sitting here lost trying to figure out what's going on.
Should have brought our humongous video board that we have at the Panther Den in the gymnasium.
Yes.
A 50-inch. Off of a Lady Mustang.
Nice swing by Andrea Terrell.
And it's a point for Franklin. Could have said it right here.
Yes, we will see that.
Or could have done what a lot of the ESPN announcers are doing this year and doing it in a studio somewhere.
Doing it at the house.
That's right, or at the house. That's a point for the Lady Panthers. Extends that lead to 6 at 16-10. And we've got a whistle. And rotating in for Coach Hill will be Worley.
It's interesting you said about doing it at the house. I was watching the game, and I heard dogs barking in the background. It was the funniest thing ever. Nice block.
16-11, 5-point edge. Now Smoky will get the serve back. As long as you've got, back to the doing stuff at the house, ball games and stuff, as long as you've got some Nat sound coming into your ears, you can get in the mode.
Right.
But if you're at the house and all you hear is your dog and the birds chirping out your window, then
no good.
No. That's wide. Andrea Terrell picks up the kill. We're happy that we are allowed to be in the gymnasium.
Yes.
To bring these games to you. Thankful to Jackson County Schools for letting us be inside the gymnasium here at Smoky Mountain High School. That'll be a point for the Smoky Mountain Ladies Mustangs. And they'll get the serve back. 18-12. I'll rotate balls. It's one thing that we haven't seen because we haven't been this close throughout the year. They are rotating volleyballs.
Yes, they are.
For each team.
And then at the Panther, then Bristol Brooks, she's the ball girl. She makes sure that she wipes them all down and rotates them as many times as they ask.
(18-13) after that point. Lady Mustangs again will have to serve, and it's going to be Anna Peachman. A reminder, fans, if you just tuned in, we're going to have the senior night festivities immediately following the junior varsity match for Smoky Mountain. And we'll have that live. Point for the Lady Mustangs at 18-14. They'll get the serve. And the Lady Mustangs have 5 seniors they're going to be honoring at the conclusion of the junior varsity match. Into the net it goes, and it's a point for the Lady Panthers. Jacqueline Rios checks back into the match, taking a seat, the libero, Reese Ward. Franklin with the serve. Dug out by Flynn. Big hit by Jerome, and it's going to be a point for the Lady Mustangs, 19-15. At the conclusion of the senior night festivities, we're going to keep it here, and hopefully, at some point, we'll talk to athletic director and head basketball coach for Smoky Mountain, Adam Phillips. He's agreed to come and chat a little basketball because we're basically in basketball season now. After Christmas, it'll get cranked up. Got some scrimmages the week after Christmas, and in the first week of January, we'll see some non-conference matchups. Smoky will begin on the 4th of January, and then on the 5th of January, Franklin will begin their regular season. So rotate in. Olivia Bouchard for the Lady Panthers, and Vivian Bell will rotate in for Coach Melissa Hill and the Lady Mustangs. As it looks like maybe Jerome got a little injured.
Yeah, it looks like she tweaked something.
We'll check on her. That's going to sail wide. 20-16. As Caitlin Cox will serve for Lady Mustangs. 4-point advantage for Franklin. Whistle and a lift going to be called on Smoky. 21-16 now, and it's going to be Abby Carpenter with the serve for the Lady Panthers, closing in on that 25th point. And if they're able to secure that 25th point, it'll end the match. If Smoky's able to come back, then we'll head to set number 3, deciding set 3. That's a point as it heads into the net. Abby Carpenter again will have the honors of serving for Coach Christie. The final game in the junior varsity side of things. That's going to sail wide, and it's now 23-16. Lady Panthers
getting closer
as Delaney Stiles rotates in. Also, Ella Brinson will come into the match for Coach Christie. Also, Taylor Moss, she's emptying her bench. Moss is in as Carpenter sends it over the net. Flynn with a big hit. Ella Brinson with the hit, and she'll pick up the point. It's match point now for the Lady Panthers.
It is quiet in there. So everyone is actually listening to us in the gym. I just took my headphones off and I just realized, yes, everyone is listening to us.
That's going to be a point for the Lady Mustangs. 24-17. That'll do it. 25th point goes to the Lady Panthers, and they will sweep the Lady Mustangs in straight sets as they will get set for the senior night festivities here at Smoky Mountain High School. 25-17. Good way to end the year.
Yes,
if
it
you
is.
are Coach Christie, Tony, and
Yes, great way to end the year. Ended on a positive note, and
Thank you for coming tonight.
we're going to have the
If you'll exit right here to my
senior
left,
night festivities
and
here.
JV players went out. Thank you.
Are going to continue to get things set up for the festivities here. They're going to have to sanitize and some other stuff during COVID. That is what you have to do.
yes, it is.
And so it may be a little bit longer before we have the senior night festivities. But good way to end the year if you are Coach Cindy Christie, Tony, and
Right.
it's a good building block for the varsity next year, and also if you're still going to be on the junior varsity side next year, if you are a freshman, good way to end the year.
Yes, it is. It's always good to end on the with a W. Even once you get up in the ranks, the only time you're going to end with a win is normally if you're out of the playoffs or you win the championship. As they get older, and it's good for them to win their last game, even though it's unnormal times.
We will have the senior night festivities. Again, if you just joined us, a little bit different broadcast tonight as Jackson County Schools allowed us to come and broadcast on 3 different platforms: FPSN, YouTube, Facebook, also the Smoky Mountain YouTube page, their athletics YouTube page. But we can't air commercials. We've been barred to air commercials, so we're going to be here until all the festivities for the senior night are in the books, and hopefully we'll get a interview with Adam Phillips, the athletic director, head basketball coach here at Smoky Mountain at some point in time. Tony.
Yes.
Final regular season game.
Yes.
You've got the playoffs looming if you're a Lady Panther fan.
Right.
You got the conference tournament coming up first week of January, and then hopefully if things fall where they hope they fall, you'll be in the playoffs. By the way, Hendersonville lost last night.
Yes, and that made everything interesting.
It did, and that's why I say if the chips fall where, if you're a Panther fan, you hope they do, then you'll be in the playoffs beginning on January the 12th. How do you approach this game if you're Coach Becca Brooks? I know that you want to end the year, but it's a rivalry game.
Yes. So the main nothing changes because coming into this game, it should have been it's a rivalry game, and we're taking no prisoners. That's what that's what a rivalry game is. And what's going to happen if they take care of that, then everything else will take care of itself. And that's just the approach to come at it, where you're going in and you're trying to get every point you can get, and you're trying to win every set you can. The next set, and then get there, and you'll be they'll be let the chips lie where they may after you've taken care of your business.
Franklin was able to win last night against Highlands, pushed their mark to 9-2. The Lady Mustangs are at 3-7. And it looks like we're getting closer and closer to our senior night. I'm assuming, too, Tony, they cleared the gym of the JV parents and fans.
Right.
Now they're going to bring in the varsity, and that has not happened yet. Although I do smell a lot of
there's a
cleaning.
gentleman on the other side still doing his thing.
You're good. Becca Brooks coming over and talking. She can come and talk to you. You want to talk?
Want to talk?
Is that a microphone?
No. We're like live.
Yeah, we're live.
We're on.
If you want to come by and talk to us, you can. As we are in a holding pattern for the senior night festivities.
You want to give her an interview before? Yeah, come
on. Yeah, you can. So you can talk to us.
Goodness.
And we welcome Coach Becca Brooks of the Lady Panthers varsity volleyball squad to our broadcast as we get set for the varsity action. Coming up after they get the senior night in the books, we'll have about 25 minutes as they warm up. But, Coach, final regular season game here in this bizarre season of 2020. I know a lot of folks, maybe including myself, didn't know if we would make it to this point.
Oh, my goodness, me
but
either.
We're here. You guys are in great position to possibly make the playoffs, the conference tournament. You've qualified for that coming up first week of January, and it's a rival game. I know you guys are excited.
We are very excited. This is my rival, Smoky Mountain, but what a great place to play, short distance. I know these girls are ready for a little break. We've just been a lot of rules and restrictions that we've had to go through, but who wouldn't want to come out tonight, a couple days before Christmas? And I just kept telling them the best gift ever is to win tonight. No material gift, just let's put a win on the board. And I'm just so excited for these girls to end the season, end it in a win, but ultimately just for them, they've just worked their tails off. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can pull it out. I know there's a lot of people watching tonight and think the same thing. And, JVs, what a great win.
Absolutely.
Excellent job.
Yeah, that was the final game for JVs. And,
that was it.
If you're a Lady Panther fan, that was a great way to end the season. Take me back, because it seems like a long time ago, but it was about, 6-7 weeks ago. You began the season with a loss to Hendersonville. And everybody, including myself, hey, how's this team going to react? Was that the team that we're going to see the rest of the season? But you guys able to bounce back, go on a win streak, lose again to Hendersonville. But those are your only two losses this season. Take us through that first game, how you guys have improved to the final game of the year.
Sure. I felt like we've been doing volleyball for over a year now.
That's true.
Starting in June or end of May, June, and I think we went 2 months and never touched a volleyball, probably longer than that. A lot of lifting and running, and we were able to touch a volleyball, but only one person. And then finally able to get in the gym, and I just kept trying to understand myself how this season would go and, get to the first game. You don't have any non-conference games to go off of.
Yep.
You got to start with, well, as we know, the top team in the conference. But I was excited that it was a home game. In hindsight, on a normal season, I do about 4 or 5 away games in the beginning with one home game just to get some of those road trips out of the way. But, wow, came up a little short there. But, honestly, I never walked away from that. I second-guessed a lot of things that I did. I watched film. I think I watched that film about 7 times. But it wasn't bad. So I know I got to wrap up here for senior night, but good or bad that it's the 2 losses that we have, but I just pray that we can pull it out tonight. And not a lot of people know this, but if we win tonight, we're co-conference champs.
Yeah,
Let's bring it on.
We talked about that briefly. All right, we're going to join now Athletic Director Adam Phillips for senior night festivities.
Willow is escorted by Coach Chambers and Rhea Patel. After high school, Willow plans to attend Western Carolina University to major in criminal justice and minor in social work. Her favorite volleyball memory is the creation of the hype squad at the Clemson camp. Note to the team, I will always be the hype squad, and I've messed up the book so many times, but thanks for for your record. Miss Willow Messer. Next up, we have Miss Ella Gamble. Ella is escorted by parents Philip and Carrie Gamble. After high school, Miss Ella plans to attend college at Carson Newman and participate in volleyball. She plans to major in exercise science. Her favorite memory is Maggie's amazing choreography on the bus rides. Her words to her teammates, the main goal this season was to create a team atmosphere and keep in play for everybody. And I'm proud that this team has accomplished that goal. So keep it up and you'll be amazing in the years to come. I love you guys. Next up, Miss Addison Buchanan. Addison is escorted by her mom, Wendy, brother Tucker, and grandpa Steve. After high school, Addison plans to attend a 4-year university to obtain a degree in business and biblical studies to eventually minister around the world. Her favorite memory, after taking showers at volleyball camp, realizing that me and Natalie had both forgotten our room keys and got locked out of our dorm. I appreciate my teammates bringing the competitiveness out of me and always pushing me to work harder. I enjoyed to get to know each of the girls the past 4 years and wishing blessings upon each of you. Miss Addison Buchanan. Next up, Miss Melanie Hoyle. She is escorted by her parents, Elizabeth and Jason Hoyle, sister Samantha Hoyle, and brother Cameron Hoyle. She plans to attend a 4-year university and continue her volleyball career. Her favorite memory is when Ellen Raleigh came over to her practices because she really helped us grow and work together as a team and individuals. Melanie cherishes the time that she had with everyone left because it will end before you know it, and the time to get close with you, with her team, and become the kind of family that you guys have been to her. Miss Melanie Hoyle. Next up, we have Hannah Huddleston. Hannah Huddleston is the daughter of William and Melanie Huddleston and is escorted by her mom and sister, Naya. After graduation, Naya will begin her college journey in pursuit to earning her PhD in medicine. Hannah's favorite volleyball memory is not one memory, but the entire experience of learning, playing, laughing, and growing together as a team over the past 4 years. A few words to my teammate. First of all, a thank you to each and every person I played with for following me to become the person I am today. Every individual on this team has shown me endless amounts of support and love throughout the years, and I couldn't be more thankful. Secondly, to my other seniors, I'm so proud of how far we have come. No matter the playing time of recognition, every one of you has made the experience one that I will remember for a long time. I thank and love each and every one of you. Miss Hannah Huddleston. Miss Natalie Paris, escorted by Father Robert, Mother Amy, Sister Kylie, Uncle Jim, and Cousin Sophia. Natalie's plans after high school is attend a 4-year university, obtain a degree in health science. Favorite volleyball memory is walking 80 miles every day at Clemson's volleyball camp. Seniors, these last 4 years have gone by so fast, but I wouldn't have wanted to spend it with anyone else. To all my teammates, I love you and can't wait to see what God has in store for all of you. Best of luck, Miss Natalie Paris. Let's give one more big round of applause to all our volleyball seniors. Thank you, ladies.
All right, that is the senior night festivities. And we will have the varsity match here in about 25 minutes. So we will start the clock. And again, if you just tuned in, whatever platform that you are tuning in, as we are right at 4 o'clock. That's when the varsity was supposed to have the first serve. We had the senior night festivities. It's going to be about 4:30ish before we get to the varsity match. But if you tuned in on whatever platform you watch tonight, Facebook, YouTube, on FPSN side, on the YouTube for Smoky Mountain, a little bit different of a broadcast as we normally produce. We won't be taking a commercial break at any point in time, including between the varsity and the junior varsity match. We'll have, hopefully, Adam Phillips coming and joining us here in just a few moments, the athletic director, head basketball coach. We're going to talk some hoops with Coach Phillips as the basketball season will begin in about 2 weeks.
Yes.
The regular season. It's already begun with the scrimmages and practices.
Right, and it's I didn't even realize because the Western North Carolina, we're so close to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
One of the athletes I was training them, and I said, "Oh, you ready for basketball season?" Yeah, we're 1-3.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, he's already started." So, it's in full swing all around us, and now pretty soon we'll be getting in swing. And I think that's the thing that will, if it's able to go, the whole season go. One thing that's going to start to get back to normal, to get the schedule back to normal in sync with the rest of the country.
Except for that
football
winter/spring football season.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what, for high school sports, it's one of the things that I don't know, we haven't discussed it that much, but
speaking of Sandy Tabor, she was looking like she wanted to come over and talk to us. I've been trying to give her a mic for many years. She is a former college volleyball player.
Yes.
Thought she would add a lot.
I tell you what, I'm not going to try because yesterday when I had to get Penny Moffitt over here to talk, that was a lot of work. So we only have 17 more minutes to talk. So
now I'm looking for Coach Adam Phillips. He may have forgot. I may head out real quick and see if we can grab. Looks like he's over there, Clay. See if we can grab Adam and talk some hoops. So I know he's got a lot to say about the upcoming basketball season. Just like all coaches, just chomping at the bit to make it on the floor. And
yes, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to, as a coach, he wants to play because they started practicing a little while ago. So now he's ready. You're ready to go test and see how good you are. See how good everyone's gotten over the off season.
That's right. There's Coach Phillips. Come on over here. We'll put a microphone on him. Come on down. Coach Phillips, thanks for welcoming us to the gymnasium today and an entertaining opening match there with Franklin and Smoky in the JV side. The varsity, I'm sure, will be just as competitive and just as entertaining. Well, you're the athletic director here at Smoky Mountain. You're also the head basketball coach, and season almost ready to start. Got a couple of more weeks of practice, and then you guys will hit to the floor for the first time on January the 4th. Then you're playing who that night?
It's actually the January the 7th.
7th, I'm sorry.
Here versus Mitchell.
Versus Mitchell, and just like every coach, I'm sure that you're just chomping at the bit to make it to that date and get out there and start the season because it's been a long journey.
Yes, we are chomping at the bit. Can't say enough about our student athletes and, every obstacle that's been thrown their way with the masks, the COVID questions, the daily things. They've done a great job. Can't say enough about them. All the kids in North Carolina being so resilient and just chomping at the bit and just very fortunate and excited for the opportunity to play come January.
How difficult has it been, Coach, working through all of the restrictions that you guys have been placed upon? You talked about the mask. That's one thing that the players will have to be wearing on the court. How much has that affected you guys with practice and then getting ready for the season?
I think the biggest thing is just preparation, just making sure we're crossing our T's and dotting our I's and doing everything the right way, and talking to our kids and to our parents and educating them what you can and can't do. And again, I can't say enough about our kids and all the things they've done the right way and have every obstacle that's been out there, everything they've had to do, they've done it. And participation all the way around in every sport we've had here has been great. Mm-hmm. And I think since March there's been that big void of, that big void, and kids have been chomping at the bit to get going. And it's been great. This is our last home volleyball game. It's just, it's been a great year, and to get through the season, it's been phenomenal.
Well, let's look ahead. Mountain 6 Conference, that's mainly what you're going to be focusing in on because I think you're only allowed 4 non-conference games, if you can fit those non-conference games in.
Correct.
You got 10 conference games, Coach. Tell us about your team, what you're excited about.
Very excited about our team. We have a great bunch coming back. We're very young. We lost our top 6 scorers from last year. A lot of other teams like Franklin, Pisgah, Bavard, East Henderson, Hendersonville, they have a lot of players coming back. I think Hendersonville's won the conference tournament 3 years in a row. Mm-hmm. Their 3 made scores are coming back. Franklin's got a lot of people coming back. But I'm excited. Kids chomping at the bit. The last 2.5 weeks we've had great practice. Kids have got after it and just excited.
I think everybody, that is the term that I have heard a lot, is excited to get out there and get it started. It's a truncated season with 14 games. That's what the NCHSAA has allowed here in this pandemic year. So it's going to be a condensed season. So you're going to have to start pretty quick, aren't you, Coach?
We are. We're going to start pretty quick. I will say, it's a little bit different this year, too, because, traditionally in a normal season, we're kind of waiting for football playoffs to get done.
That's true.
And so this year, it's kind of a little different. We actually have all of our kids out there, like right now. We will have to battle with soccer season here in a couple weeks. That's getting started, and also football at the end of the season. But it's a little bit different. It's kind of nice, the first day of practice to have all your kids there. So that's been a little different, and that's been nice.
And I was told, too, we're watching volleyball. They're warming up right now, and that season's going to overlap with the playoffs and then the start of basketball on the girls' side. Being the athletic director, I know that you have been in talks and seen all the rules that have been set forth. And I was told that they're going to allow volleyball players and basketball players, if they're playing volleyball, let's say, they could practice volleyball or basketball too at the same time.
That is correct. Our coaches have done a great job, and our kids have done a great job. Working together, trying to coordinate women's basketball practice, right after volleyball or vice versa. Working really well together, and soccer coach and myself will have to get creative when soccer season rolls around. Just to make sure we're looking after our student athletes and doing what's in their best interest.
Absolutely. Of course, don't want to work them too hard, and the two very different sports, and you don't want to cause injuries, and that can take place. Put on your athletic director hat here and think back to the summertime.
Right.
And did you think that we were going to make it to this point here in the season? Way back in the summer.
I had a lot of hope and optimism, and everything's I know our numbers have gone up, but we've come this far. We've come such a long way, and it's just so nice to see seeing games going, continuing to go. We've come this far, and again, we're almost at the end of volleyball season. Cross country season is winding down, and swim season's in the middle of their season, and basketball's about to tip off in 3 weeks. So I think as long as we can trend in this direction, I think we're going to be okay.
Do you anticipate the 25 fan limit to continue, or?
I think so for right now with where our numbers are at. Hopefully, with the vaccine out and some other things going on, we can get our numbers down with COVID and hopefully open it up to where more parents can come out.
How difficult has it been selecting those 25 tickets?
I'm
sure you hear it all being the athletic director.
Our fans and community is great, and they and that's another thing too. With our county live streaming all our games.
Yeah.
So people that aren't able to attend can at least watch online, and that's been a great feature from our county. And I can't say enough about our county office, our support from our administration. They have been unbelievable.
Well, Coach, Athletic Director, we will let you go. I appreciate you dropping by and chatting with us for a few moments here, kind of giving an insight in the athletic department here at Smoky in the upcoming basketball season. We'll see you out here in just a few weeks.
All right, appreciate you guys being here. Go Mustangs.
All righty.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Adam Phillips joining us here, Athletic Director at Smoky Mountain and the head basketball coach for the Mustangs. All right, we got about, 10 minutes or so before we will get to the varsity action. And so we'll let you watch them warming up in here. Smoky is out there, and Franklin will be back out. We'll let you watch them warming up here for a few moments, and I'm going to go grab Tony and a drink of water, and we'll be back here in just a few. We do appreciate you tuning in on all of our channels. Okay. Facebook, YouTube, on the FPSN side, and on the Smoky Mountain Mustang YouTube page as well. And about 6 minutes until we'll get the varsity action here underway. Tony's birthday is today. And I believe they may serenade you here in just a few moments. Yeah. Junior varsity squad wishing Tony Christie a very happy birthday. Tony, you're still 25, I think? Yeah.
Yes, I am. 25. 25. Actually, you know what? This is my year. You have birthdays, you have the special ones. Ever since when I was at Clemson, I wore number 44, and I was like, yeah, my 44th birthday. That's the number. That's the number.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you wore 44.
44.
That's right.
So it's this one for me it's a special one for me because it's all of them are special, but then with the 44, that's the one right there.
And folks who don't know, Tony played basketball at Clemson in the mid to late 90s. Rick Barnes, Larry Shiat, and you wore number 44.
Yes, I did.
And that is definitely your number. Speaking of numbers, I've got some stats to pass along, provided by Coach Megan DeZarn and the Lady Mustangs varsity squad. Mountain 6 Conference, Melanie Hoyle leads the conference in kills.
Yes.
With 104. That's a lot.
Yes, it is.
Also, Carly Raleigh is third in the conference with 91 kills. And Ella Gamble, a senior who was honored earlier, is in fourth place in the Mountain 6 Conference with 83 kills. In assists, Ella Gamble, another senior, is third in the Mountain 6 Conference with 180 assists. And Carly Raleigh, also up there, she is fifth in assists with 100. On the dig side of the conference, Kennedy Stuman, she's a junior. She is third in the conference with 134. And Olivia Rice, a sophomore, is in seventh place in the conference with 92 digs. Aces. I didn't know that they kept this stat.
That's a big
Aces
stat.
in the Mountain 6 Conference. Ella Gamble is number one with 27 so far. And in second place, her teammate Carly Raleigh with 21 aces so far here in 2020. And unfortunately, if you're a Smoky Mountain fan, with the loss last night to Brevard, that has eliminated them to qualify for the Mountain 6 Conference tournament, which begins in a couple of weeks. In fact, I think two weeks from yesterday, January 4th, the Mountain 6 Conference tournament begins in East Henderson. The top 4 teams this year, a little different this year, with the fact that you've got basketball overlapping.
Correct.
They are just allowing 4 teams, and then you don't have another game to be hosted at a school. And so just 4 teams this year, and unfortunately last night it appears that's what Athletic Director Adam Phillips told me before tonight's matches, that Smoky Mountain will not qualify for the conference tournament. But you've got the last game of the regular season for Coach Megan DeZarn and her Lady Stangs here against their rival in the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs and the Franklin Lady Panthers. On the Franklin side, as we've got a few more moments here, looks like they're going to go over that 25-minute mark. That clock is wrong, evidently. They're probably going to go another 2 more minutes, like we haven't had enough time to talk, Tony. We'll have a little more.
A little bit more.
Franklin, after the loss last night by Hendersonville, if they win tonight, they will finish with the exact same record as Hendersonville in the conference with just 2 conference losses. I was told that they're going to be co-champions. There is a head-to-head involved. I thought Hendersonville did beat Franklin twice.
Yep.
But what we have been told is that there will be co-champions. Now, I'm not sure how that plays into the playoffs and the seeds in the conference tournament. I'm assuming that maybe that's where the head-to-head would come in when they determine who's going to be the number 1 seed, who's going to be the number 2 seed in the conference.
Yes,
tournament.
and that's there's I've heard of several different ways to do it, and the best way of that, after being in sports for so long, the best way is pretty much the head-to-head. That's usually the best way, but sometimes people do it by the points and they do it more technical ways and different things. But there's several different ways. All you have to do, and as a coach, what most coaches want to know is, what are we doing? That's like, what's the parameters for what are we doing? So you can get a better idea of what you have to tell your team and how you coach them. And I'm actually I'll go through, because I just was able to get on to Max Prep just to see, some of the stats. So I'm going to go, you did the stats for Smoky Mountain, correct?
Yep.
Now I'll do some stats for the Franklin Lady Panthers.
Sounds good to me.
All right. I have no clue what hitting is. It just says hitting. Okay. So, for hitting, Kanan Drake is number 1 in the conference. Taylor Inslee is number 2. Anya Valentine is number 4 in the league. Melanie Hoyle from Smoky Mountain is number 6. And Ella Gamble is number 9. Kills. Go to kills. Melanie Hoyle is number 1. Taylor Inslee is number 2 in the league. Carly Raleigh is number 4. Number 6 in the league is Kanan Drake. And 9 is Sydney Williams. Number 10 is Anya Valentine. And 12 is Tori Inslee in the league. 14 is Natalie Paris. We'll go to assist. Riley Corbin is 2nd in the league. Ella Gamble is 3rd. Carly Raleigh is 5th. Tori Inslee is 7th. Amy Tippett is 11th. And Kanan Drake is 13th. Aces. Ella Gamble is number 1. Yep. Alexa Anderson is number 2. So Smoky Mountain has 1 and 2 in aces. Riley Corbin is 5. Kanan Drake is 9. Tori Inslee 10. And that's it right there. Blocks. Anya Valentine is 2. Kanan Drake 3. Natalie Paris 4. Tori Inslee is 7th. And Melanie Hoyle is 12th.
If you tuned in last night, you saw the Fatheads. They have made a return again for the Lady Panthers. They were
They're back.
Just welcoming the JV, welcoming in the varsity. And now they're going to go to the seats right behind the bench. And we are just about set.
Welcome to Smoky Mountain
to get
High
this
School,
one underway.
Conference volleyball match between the Franklin Panthers and the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Fans, if you will please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Just got wound up. They cut her
Now
off.
for our lineups. For the
Here's the
Franklin
lineups.
Panthers, number 2, Amy Tippett. Number 3, Anya Valentine. Number 4, Riley Corbin. Number 5, Corey Burrell. Number 7, Kendall Burns. Number 8, Bethany Jenkins. Number 9, Kiara Dewey. Number 14, Michaela Barnes. Number 17, Tori Inslee. Number 20, Carly McMahon. Number 22, Taylor Inslee. Number 23, Sydney Williams. Number 24, Kaden Drake. Number 34, Gracie Cochran. Now for your Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Number 1, Olivia Rice. Number 2, Alexa Anderson. Number 3, Ronnie Patel. Number 4, Hannah Huddleston. Number 5, Macy White. Number 6, Carly Riley. Number 8, Ella Gamble. Number 9, Addison Buchanan. Number 10, Kendall Studman. Number 11, Natalie Paris. Number 14, Melanie Hoyle. Number 17, Riley Hall.
There's the starting lineups for both teams. Now they'll wave at each other, and we'll get ready to get this varsity match underway here at Smoky Mountain High School on this beautiful afternoon outside.
And this game will be interesting this time because the first time, Kendi Stuman, their leading libero and defense specialist, was not at the game, with all the protocols and everything. But she's here this time, and it's going to be interesting.
They'll set the rotations for both teams. The 25 fans have made their way into the gymnasium. We are glad that you are with us. If you wanted to be in here, we'll try to be the voice and the eyes and try to bring the game to you, the final regular season match of the season. Try to bring it to you as best we can. Franklin is ready to go, waiting on the Mustangs to break their huddle and come out. Now the officials will make sure the rotations are correct. And
yes,
they've already gotten Franklin's. They got Smoky's. And we are ready to go. here at Smoky Mountain High School this afternoon. Right at 4:30, we're getting this varsity match underway as Amy Tippett, the libero, serves for Coach Becca Brooks. We've got a whistle, and it's a point for Smoky.
Into the net.
Lady Panther went into the net, and Smoky will have serve for the first time. It's going to be Ella Gamble. Send it across. Sydney Williams sent it over, and we've got a bunch of whistles that it's going to be a point for the Lady Panthers. They're tied at 1.
I got confused there. I didn't know what. Yeah.
A lot of whistles. That's all that I heard and saw.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a point, and that one's going to be well past the back line. And a point for the Lady Panthers, now up 2-1. It's going to be Tori Inslee sending it across the net. Franklin on the right side of your screen in red, and Smoky dressed in white. They'll pick up the kill,
Nice
and
kill.
Ella Gamble. Macy White will rotate in. Coach Megan, and also Alexa Anderson will rotate in for the Lady Mustangs, and it's going to be Macy White that will serve. Kanan Drake will pick up the kill. 3-2.
And if you were watching last night, Kanan Drake had, I believe, 16 kills in the win over Highlands.
She was a dominating force for
Yes.
sure in that one. Last night on a senior night at the Panther Den for the Lady Panthers. It's like it's senior night here for the Lady Mustangs. We had the festivities, if you just joined us, about 45 minutes ago at the conclusion of the junior varsity match. You can go back in time and rewatch it. Once we are over with.
Kanan Drake.
Absolutely. Could feel that one. That one's going to sail just wide of the line, and it's a point for the Lady Panthers. 4-2.
Another good block by Kanan Drake.
Another block, but that one's going to go over the net, and a point for the Lady Mustangs. 4-3
Nice
now.
wipe by Carly Raleigh.
Kennedy Stuman will serve with a jump serve for the Lady Mustangs. Dug out by Inslee on that back line. Sent across. She'll dig again. Corbin sets. Drake pokes it over. 5-3 Lady Panthers. Sonia Valentine jumps in to the match. And Amy Tippett will take a seat. I don't know if we caught that on our cameras. It's Drake serving. Five-4. Smoky gets the serve. Carly Raleigh will be set to serve here in a moment. You're getting all kinds of goodies out of your bag over here, Tony. You've got hand sanitizer, all kinds of stuff. We've
I'll
got
tell you what, it's a
pins and all.
I have like 4 or 5 in this bag. I have 4 or 5 bottles of hand sanitizer for some strange reason.
We've all got our own personal hand sanitizers. That's in the rule book for the NCHSAA. That's a point for Smoky. 6-5 advantage for Franklin. Smoky will have the serve, chance to tie it up as Alexa Anderson will send it across. And it's Hannah Huddleston rotating in. Hand sanitizer, you got pens, and
yes.
If you ever need a wireless mic, you
yes,
have that.
I do have that in there.
Just never know.
Never know.
You may need a wireless mic.
You'd be surprised.
I agree.
Good kill.
7-5 now. As Smoky will rotate in Addison Buchanan. Sydney Williams will rotate in for Coach Beck and the Lady Panthers, along with Kiera Dewey into the match, and she's going to serve. Inslee sends it wide with a big hit. 7-6, Smoky cuts into that Panther lead, and they'll have the serve with Kennedy Stuman. Check that. That's going to be Natalie Paris to serve now. Williams with a big hit, but it is wide. We are tied at 7. Natalie Paris ready to serve. That'll be a point for the Lady Panthers. One of the marquee wins in the Smoky Mountain season, since this is the last game for Smoky Mountain here in 2020. That'll be a point for the Lady Panthers. Was that win against Hendersonville?
Yes.
We'll and finish the year, I believe, co-champions.
Right. And
at least co-champions. They could be outright champions depending on the outcome of this game.
Yes. And that's big, like for the psyche and the, when you're going up against Lady Panthers who, you lost to previously, you beat the team that beat them twice. So, that's how they're thinking, and I believe that's how they're playing right now.
Into the net. That's a point for Smoky. Tied at 9. Chance to take the lead with this serve. And it's Ella Gamble. Sydney Williams will pick up the kill. 10-9. Lady Panther advantage. They'll get the serve back, and it's going to be Tori Inslee now. Off the hands of Kiera Dewey, at a point for the Lady Mustangs as they have tied up this match at 10 apiece in set number 1.
That was a great block up front by Smoky Mountain.
Macy Wyke, Alexa Anderson rotates in for Coach Megan and the Lady Stangs. And they'll get the serve here, and it's going to be Macy Wyke sending it across. And Smoky has taken the lead at 11-10.
Great joust by Melanie Hoyle.
One of the seniors on senior night.
And from where we're sitting right now, we can really see the joust.
Miss hit. Off the hands of Kiera Dewey. 12-10 now. Mustang advantage.
And I can tell you right now, in volleyball, just like I told you before, the coach is called timeout. Lady Panthers timeout. The coach is telling you where to serve, and it's if it worked once, keep on doing it until it doesn't work, and that's what the Lady Mustangs are doing right now. They're serving serving to Kiara Dewey because the last couple times it just wasn't successful. So, and as a player, when it's not going your way, you just kind of have to throw it out, throw that last bad one out, and go move on to the next positive next play. You see the camera.
Yeah, it looks like WLOS is here, gets the footage.
Yes.
There's the camera in the
huddle
left side. And now it's going to come right across the screen there. Getting some footage of this match. Coach Becca Brooks called timeout, talked it over with her ladies, and now we're ready as Smoky will have to serve out of the timeout. It's Wyke. We've got a whistle at the net.
Out of bounds. It hit the antenna.
The antenna on each side of the post. Posts each side and hit that. That is technically out of bounds.
Yes. As soon as it touches it.
Franklin will have to serve. Kendall Burns sends it across the net. Big hit for the Lady Mustangs and a point. 14-11, Smoky. They'll get the serve back.
Yeah, big swing by Carly Riley.
Kennedy Stuman will serve. She's the libero. Wearing the blue jersey. That's out of bounds at another point for the Lady Mustangs of Smoky Mountain. 15-11. And if you're Coach Becca Brooks, that's one thing that I'm sure that you are concerned about heading in. Nothing to lose.
Right.
For Smoky Mountain, last game of the year, you're not advancing to the playoffs. You're not advancing to the conference tournament. So this is it, and they're going to lay it all out on the line.
Yes, and if they can, and it's because it's a rivalry, what you have to remember too is that the Lady Panthers could possibly be co-champions and they don't want to see that because it's the rival, and they're going to play all out because they don't there is no tomorrow, so they're definitely going to play all out.
Smoky with a 16-12 lead, and they'll have the serve. Big hit by Inslee. Volleyed back. Blocked at the line. It's Valentine. Again, Inslee with a hit, and that'll be a point for the Lady Panthers. They'll get the serve back.
Big hit by Taylor Inslee.
Hit the roof.
Hit the roof.
The bench is yelling for Franklin. It hit the partition, not the actual roof, and I think that's out of bounds.
That is. It should have been. It can hit there. It just can't go over the net.
And it's a point after all that for the Lady Panthers. We are right in front of the scores table. Our mics are, and so you can hear everything. 16-14. That's out of bounds. A miss hit by the Lady Mustangs. 16-15. Inslee with the kill. Taylor Inslee, the senior, ties this match up. 16 now all in set number one.
Nice comeback by the Lady Panthers.
And Riley Corbin with the whistle. Out of rotation for the Lady Mustangs as that one went over the net.
Another thing, too, it's hard to win a championship.
It is. Conference,
state,
national.
Any championship, it's hard to win, especially because when you're playing, there's a lot of emotions and things happening. and everyone's trying to be perfect, and then that can kind of mess you up a little bit too. So
I think a lot of folks discount how hard it is to win a conference championship.
Oh, it's extremely hard.
You know each other so well.
Yes.
Hannah Huddleston will rotate in for the Lady Mustangs. You play each other every year. A lot of times you know each other because you're playing travel ball and maybe played community league.
Good save.
That's a point for the Lady Mustangs, and they head back out in front at 18-17. They'll have the serve. Alexa Anderson sends it over, and that will be a service error. Addison Buchanan rotates in. Sydney Williams will rotate in for the Lady Panthers. Also, Kiera Dewey and Taylor Ensley going to take a seat. Once you get into the playoffs and you take it on teams from other parts of the state,
right,
it's more about the talent.
Yes, it is.
And it is emotion and how well you know each other. So you don't know a lot about most of the playoff teams that you will face.
Right. And as a coach, what you try to do in the playoff situation is try to get as much information you know about them so you can scout them, so you have a good game plan.
And the Lady Panthers back out in front at 19-18. Go back and forth in set number one. But we expect a Kiera Dewey serves for Coach Becca. Blocked at the net by Valentine. He'll send it back over. Smoky's turn.
Good dig.
Sydney Williams mishit that one. She put her hands on her head after she hit that one and knew that she could have done a little bit better at getting it over the net. And it's tied at 19 now, fans. We got a good one going here. Melanie Hoyle serves. Anya Valentine with the big hit. And the kill for Valentine. She'll rotate out. 20-19 as Franklin heads back out in front. Amy Tippett now serves. Got a whistle and a point going the Smoky Mountain way, and we are tied at 20 again. Ella Gamble with the jump serve. Corbin saves it out of bounds. Smoky back out in front, 21-20. Ella Gamble, the senior on senior night, sends it across the net. Sydney Williams with a big hit, and that'll be a kill. Tied at 21 again. And Tori Inslee, the sophomore. And Smoky just sneaks it in. I'll say it was tipped.
Very good match right now.
22-21. Wyke and Anderson rotate back in for Coach Megan DeZarn. And it's going to be Macy Wyke that will serve. Smoky is out in front at 22-21. Was right above the net. We've got a whistle, and it's a Smoky Mountain Lady Mustang point.
Into the net. What's happening right now for the Lady Panthers, their passes aren't actually going. They're not crisp right now. They'll calm down, hopefully, and they'll start getting them a little bit better.
Macy White serves. Drake will pick up the kill. 23-22. Burns along with Inslee rotate in. Lady Panthers have the serve with Kendall Burns. (24-22). It is set point.
Nice swing by Carly Riley.
We've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. Coach Becca Brooks and the Lady Panthers want to talk it over.
That's right. We keep it here, don't we?
We will keep it here. If you just tuned in, a little different broadcast on the FPSN side is we're not allowed to take commercial breaks per the Jackson County school system, allowing us to be here with our full broadcast tonight, this afternoon, on YouTube, FPSN YouTube, and the Smoky Mountain YouTube page, and the Facebook of FPSN as well. A Trimulcast. 24-22. What's Coach Becca Brooks talking to her girls about here?
She that time it was more to break the serve because it's set point right now. So she just wanted to break the serve, just make sure they get it all together and get back mentally right to where they're supposed to be. Because you can definitely, right now, all you have to do is, score 2 points. And then, then it's a match again.
Smoky, set point. Stuman sends it across the net. That's it. Smoky Mountain will win the first set and take a 1-0 advantage as the clock will start to roll, and we'll get to set number 2 here in just a few moments. And between set 1 and 2, Tony, tell me what Smoky needs to do to continue this momentum, and tell me what Franklin needs to do to get back in it.
So Smoky needs to keep doing what they're doing. They're doing perfect right now. They're playing their game, and they're feeding the hot hand, which has been Carly Riley. And when they do that, they're very good. And the blocking has been good. The defense has been good, and I can see why without Kennedy Stuman that they're just so. And then when she's in there, their rotation's back to normal, and they're able to do something. Now on the Panthers side, they just need to. All the pressure's on them, and they can feel it. You can tell how they were playing.
Absolutely,
they the passes were just a hair off, and which made the sets be hair off, and next you're hitting into the net, or you're hitting the back wall out, or you're hitting out, or you're not even getting a good swing at all. And when you do that, you're on defense the whole time, and the other team, Smoky Mountain, is actually on offense. And you can't. Volleyball's one of those games where, yes, you have to play defense because defense wins championships. That's the old cliche that coaches say. But offense helps you not have to play as much defense in volleyball. So if you can get the transition to where get a transition from defense to offense, and receive the ball, make a great pass to the setter. Setter makes a great pass, and you make a great hit. That's all you can ask. And if they block it, you just have to be ready to recover and do it all over again.
I'm George Young. That's Tony Christie. Glad that you are with us on this last day of the regular season for both Smoky and Franklin on the volleyball side of things. As basketball will get rolling here in about 2 weeks. Both teams, by the way, we saw in the JV game, Smoky do this. Both teams have gone into the lobby here at Smoky Mountains Gymnasium to both the coaches say some things that they don't want the rest of the fans to hear, because they only got 25 fans.
And right now, everyone can hear everything we're saying.
That's
so
right.
I know if a coach was talking,
everybody knows exactly what we think about what's happening.
Right. So if the coaches were in here yelling, you would actually understand what was happening, because this is a rivalry. And it's a real one. You know, you can feel it when you came in here that, you know, it's even without any people, you can tell that, you know, the rivalry is still alive, you know, between Smoky Mountain and Franklin.
We're going to all zeros on the clock. Both teams are back out of their respective areas of the gymnasium they went to, not really locker rooms.
Nope, just out in the
Ready
lobby.
to go now as Smoky has taken a 1-0 lead in this best-of-5 match on senior night for the Lady Mustangs. I'll set the rotations for the officials, make sure that they're correct. Now both JV squads are right behind us. They're making some noise. Ella Gamble will serve to get set 2 underway.
Pass.
Into the net for Smoky, and that'll be a point for the Lady Panthers. Dug out by Tippett, set by Corbin. Drake with a hit, and blocked back. Smoky will tie it up at 1.
Good block by Melanie Hoyle.
Anderson and Wyke rotate in for Smoky Mountain. They'll have the serve. It's going to be Wyke.
And I just thought about it in my head that you can't even make up the scenario. You know, the rivalry game. One team is, you know, they don't have anything to play past this.
Yep.
And the other team has a chance to
win the conference.
And that's a scenario that's happening right here.
Was it tipped? Yes, it was. 2-1 advantage for the Lady Mustangs now, and it's Macy Wyke again. That's going to sail wide. Tied at 2.
And the energy in here is like the game is like 25-25 in the fifth set.
Yeah, with only 25 fans, we've got both JV teams with signs over here for Smoky. We've got Fatheads, the JV squad from Franklin from last night. They're making a ton of noise.
Nice dig.
And Kanan Drake will pick up the kill. 3-2 now. Franklin with the advantage, and they've got the serve. It's going to be Kendall Burns heading back to send it across for Coach Becca Brooks. Dug out by Tippett. That one's going to be wide. On the hit by Taylor Inslee. 3-3. Smoky now will serve. It's the libero, Kennedy Stuman. We've got whistles. Somebody in the net?
No,
What happened?
the ball, when she hit it back in, when the player from Smoky Mountain hit it back in, it went over the antenna.
Gotcha.
So there's an imaginary line that goes straight up.
It was a late whistle. I didn't know exactly what happened. Well, not sure you could tell on our view either, on our camera view, what exactly transpired as Franklin has opened up a 5-3 advantage. Always have to look down to see which camera shot we're on to make sure the folks watching. What are they talking about? It's going to be Kanan Drake to serve. Drake, it ate her up. He couldn't get a good hit on it. And it's a point for Smoky at 5-4. Lady Mustangs will have serve as heading back Carly Raleigh. Diving dig by Tippett. And the big hit by Taylor Inslee. 6-4 advantage now for Franklin. It is Riley Corbin to serve. Hey, these fat heads that they made for the seniors have really gotten a lot of yardage. They've gone everywhere with them here since last night. Saw a bunch of pictures of the big fat heads on Facebook, doing all kinds of things with them. Smoky will pick up the point, 7-5. They'll get the serve back as rotating in Huddleston.
And right there, that was just a lack of communication by the Lady Panthers. All 6 of them were standing there and let it just fall right in front of them.
Anderson with the serve. Difficult, and Smoky not able to make a diving snag at it. 8-5. Williams, along with Dewey, rotate back in for the Lady Panthers. Smoky won the opening match the opening set of this match if you just joined us. Take a 1-0 advantage in this best of 5. That hits the roof, and that'll do it. Point for the Lady Panthers. If it hits the roof, Correct. It can come straight down on that side of the net.
Exactly.
But it can't go over the net.
Exactly, yes. And
that's You're wondering.
And that's what happened in that one right. when everyone was yelling.
Timeout called by Smoky Mountain as Franklin has opened up a 5-point edge here in set number 2, 10-5. Coach Megan Desarn will talk it over with her girls along with Coach Becca Brooks talking it over at about 40 seconds before we'll get back to set play. It seems like so far in this set, Tony, that Franklin's energy is up a little more than it had been.
Oh, yes. It's one of those when it kind of looked like they didn't realize they were in a fight. Like they were just, they were against the ropes and didn't even realize they were in a fight. Now they're bringing the same energy and intensity and execution that Smoky Mountain's bringing.
So out of the timeout, Franklin will have the serve. We're back underway.
Kira Dewey.
Diving forward is Dewey, but she couldn't come up with it. It's a point for Smoky. They'll get the serve back at 10-6. Natalie Paris Ready to go with the serve for Coach Megan Nazarn. Ayers almost came up with it. She dove. 11-6. Franklin will send Amy Tippett back for the serve. It's, Valentine rotates back out and Williams in. Blocked at the net. And Franklin has doubled up the Lady Mustangs at 12-6. Amy Tippett once again will serve.
A lot of chatter in the
a lot of noise
now. Yes.
Block at the line. Who got that? Was that Tori Inslee? Drake?
Yes, Tori Inslee and Kanan Drake.
13-6. And it's Tippett. And we've made notes throughout the season that it does sound like there's a lot more than just 25 fans in these gyms. And
yes,
it's because of the fact that Smoky picks up the point. Both junior varsity squads cheering on, and that's about 15 girls.
And you know what? They're bringing the softball atmosphere too, because if you've ever been to a softball game, there's a lot of chanting going on in the softball game. And usually in the volleyball, there aren't. But now, this time, they're the only fans, so they're just brought it into the gym.
Back-to-back points for the Lady Mustangs as that one goes off of the diving attempt of Kiera Dewey. 13-8. Ella Gamble to serve. That'll be a service error. As you can see across the way, the 25 golden ticketed fans, they've got masks on, so their cheering is going to be a little muffled to begin with.
Yes.
That big hit sails wide. 15-8 now. Lady Panther advantage as Tori Inslee heads back for Coach Becca to serve. Williams will pick up the point. 16-8. Miscommunication, and it's going to be a point for the Lady Panthers. 17-8. And once again, Franklin will serve. And it's going to be Tori Inslee. $18-8. Was a big hit, but again, it sailed wide of the out-of-bounds line. 19-8. Franklin on a roll now. Well, momentum has definitely switched.
The momentum definitely switched.
Blocked at the line. Smoky able to send it back over. Not able to paint that out-of-bounds line. It's out of bounds, and it's a point for the Lady Panthers. Once again, Tori Inslee, the hot hand, up 20-8. She's going to serve.
Good block. They just angled it the wrong place.
Now there's some discussion at the tower. He motioned the wrong way, and it's going to be Smoky Mountain ball.
Yeah.
So that'll be corrected. 20-9. 11-point lead for Lady Panthers. And it's going to be Macy White to serve for Smoky. Williams sends it over, and it is mishit by White on the back line. Point for Franklin, up 21-9. They're going to rotate in a couple of new girls. Looks like it's Inslee rotating back in. Kendall Burns also will rotate in, and she's going to serve for Coach Becca. Smoky won the opening set in thrilling fashion. That one went back and forth. This has been pretty much dominated by the Lady Panthers.
Right.
That's a service error.
And the Lady Mustangs there, it looked like they were kind of out of sorts there. They were having discussions with each other and trying to figure out where they're trying to get the ball to.
Stuman will serve. That one hit the roof, and that'll be a point.
Right.
For Franklin.
The main thing that I haven't seen this set for Smoky Mountain is that Carly Raleigh. That's the name that we call a lot in that first one. She had a lot of big kills.
Smoky will pick up the point. Carly Raleigh, by the way, ranks third in the conference coming into tonight's match with 91 kills. So you would expect that.
Yes.
And Franklin will pick up the point, now 23-11. They can smell that 25th point now as I'll get the serve back. It's going to be Riley Corbin ready to send it over the net. And it's set point for Franklin.
One more.
Just barely made it over the net.
Yes. Good defense.
Smoky able to save it. Valentine blocked back. Franklin able to save it. Now we've got a whistle, and it's going to be a point for Smoky Mountain. Coach Becca did not agree with the official on the tower.
No. It's okay. You need one more.
It's Alexa Anderson now to serve for Smoky Mountain. I wish we had turned our camera over. That'll do it. That's going to be a service error. And the 25th point for the
a lot of emotion.
Franklin Lady Panthers. Yes.
A lot of emotion.
A lot of emotion.
Yes.
So we are tied now at one apiece.
Mm-hmm.
And, Tony, what do you think both teams need to do to get the win in that third set?
Okay. The tide has shifted. How momentum works and how everything else works. Momentum, emotion, a lot of things like that are running high in the gym right now. So for Franklin needs to make sure that they keep on doing what they're doing, keep bringing the intensity back up to how it was, and their passes were a lot crisper during that set, which made the sets more crisper. And then with that, they were able to get way more kills than before. And then with the Smoky Mountain, for some strange reason, the ball didn't get to Carly Raleigh like it was getting to in that first set. So both teams just need to keep it on, and the Smoky Mountain needs to get back to how they were that first match and spreading it around and making sure that Carly Raleigh, gets to get her kills, because without her kills, which I believe she didn't. She might have had 1 or 2 in that one. You're not gonna get that same energy and that same excitement that that Smoky Mountain was getting from there. You have 1 minute and 5 seconds left until the next one. Both teams have gone out into their respective hallways to discuss what's going on. And I can't hear anything, so it must not be. The emotions must have stayed in the gym. Besides that, now it's tied at 2, and with it being tied at 2, it's anybody's. I mean, it's anybody's now. Tied at 1. Now it's anybody's game because it's the best of 5, and that's the big thing. When it's the best of 5, you can lose one here, win one there, and then you're going to have to go on some kind of roll at some point. But they can just go back and forth now and play as hard as they possibly can, because for Smoky Mountain, if they play as hard as they possibly can, they don't have anything left. They can just, they can empty the tank. And for Franklin, they're trying to play for a championship, and you have to empty the tank to win a championship.
There's the horn. Both teams are coming out of their respective areas that they have been coached up at, and we are just about ready to get this third set underway. So we are tied at 1 apiece. So we begin set number 3 here at the Smoky Mountain Gymnasium. I think this is the 4th or 5th year that this gym's been open. It is a fantastic facility.
So nice and so cold.
Got the air conditioning on.
It definitely works.
They got the air conditioning on for sure. George Young along with Tony Christie. Glad that you are with us on whatever platform you are watching us this evening. We're pretty much at evening now with 5:18. So we are underway, set number 3. Williams dove for that one. Kanan Drake with the kill.
Good kill by Kanan.
Tippett sends it across the net. Smoky was over the net, they say, and it's a point for the Lady Panthers.
Yes. I don't know what's happening here.
One official said point Franklin.
Oh.
And now they're going to talk about it and give each other the thumbs up and agree that it's a Lady Panther point. Somehow it was saved. Tippett dove, able to get it across now. Smoky's opportunity. Another diving play, and not that time. Smoky will pick up the point. They'll get the serve.
And it looks exciting, the diving play. But I know as a coach, she's telling them, get there a little earlier so you don't have to dive. I've heard that in practice several times, but I've sat there and watched them practice.
That'll be a service error. Yesterday was the shortest day of the year.
Oh, it was?
Yep.
Oh, yes, winter
solstice. so the days are getting longer. A whistle
in the net.
And it did appear that Smoky was in the net from our angle. That's what the officials say. It's one thing I like about winter solstice. It can't get any worse. It gets better.
Yes.
As the year goes on and get more and more daylight.
Yes.
Rotating back in, it's Anderson and White for the Lady Mustangs. Sydney Williams. 5-2 now, Lady Panther advantage in the third set. Inslee and Burns rotate in.
Nice serve.
Smoky will pick up the point.
And there is Carly Riley.
Yeah, when I went out a while ago in the break, that's the Panthers at least were talking about Raleigh.
Oh, exactly.
Out in the break.
That's what
and you mentioned her a couple of times.
Yes.
And that's going to be a service error. Drake now to serve. Hold on, we've got issues. They blew the horn. And the official's going to come over here and talk to these scorers. They've got the scorers socially distant. I don't know if you can see it at some of our shots. They're behind the scorers table. The Franklin scorekeepers and stat folks. And the Smoky Mountain stat folks. Scorekeeper. And now they are set. It is going to be Franklin's serve. Blocked by Valentine. Corbin sets for Inslee, and she's going to pick up the kill.
And that kill was impressive because that was actually left-handed. It's kind of hard to do it right-handed if you're a right-handed player, but she actually did that one left-handed.
7-3 Franklin advantage. Corbin into the net with that hit, and it's a point for Smoky. It's Amy Tippett, libero. Will come back into the match, 7-4. Lady Panthers with the lead and with the momentum early on here in the third set. Valentine again using her height. Block that one. I'll volley it back. Smoky will pick up the kill. It's 7-5 now. Momentum is shifting a bit.
Yes.
The Lady Mustangs. Raleigh again to serve. Call a lift on Smoky. 8-5 Franklin. Big hit. And a kill for the Lady Mustangs. 8-6, they'll have to serve. As we go back and forth here in set number 2. As it is Huddleston that's going to rotate back in for Smoky Mountain. And Alexa Anderson will serve, the junior. Tough play, and Smoky will cut that Panther lead to just one at 8-7. And Alexa Anderson again to try to tie it with this serve. And she does.
When the players yell, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, you can hear everything from our vantage point.
Yeah, because everyone was out, and actually the ball was out, and she went and she hit it anyway.
Sorry.
Sorry, yeah. Nice play.
Valentine. Inslee into the net, and it's going to be a point for Smoky. They're going to regain the lead at 9-8.
And right there with that set that Corbin did right there, it was a good set. It was in the air for a little bit too long, and everyone was able to set up for it and kind of get it to make sure they got a good block on it. Good job by Smoky Mountain.
Service error for Smoky. And you're tied at 9 as Williams rotates in for Franklin, and also into the match it's Kiera Dewey. Let's see if Dewey serves. She does. Williams cannot sneak it in. Smoky up 10-9 now with the serve. It's going to be Natalie Paris.
Kill by Tori Inslee.
Tied at 10. Franklin with the serve once again. It's Amy Tippett. Explain to me what just happened, Tony.
It went over the antenna again.
Gotcha.
And the line judges are the ones that call it because
yeah.
they can see, if it from their angle, they can see if it goes over the net like that.
And you can see one of the line judges on our wide shot up on the left side of the screen there. The other one you can't see. Twelve to 10 now. Lady Panther lead, and Amy Tippett will serve. Once again, the libero. I'll blow that one dead as Tippett went underneath the net, diving. 12-11, Smoky will have to serve, and it's going to be Ella Gamble. Blocked at the net. That was Kanan Drake with the block. 13-11. Lady Panthers push that lead to 2 as we go back and forth here in set 3. It's Tori Inslee now with her turn to serve it. Big hit, but it's going to be well past that back line, out of bounds. 14-11. And Sydney Williams able to sneak it in for the 15th Lady Panther point.
And you can definitely hear the communication every time, Smoky Mountain receives the ball.
Nobody's able to get underneath that one for the Lady Panthers, and Smoky will have their chance to serve at 15-12. And Macy White got to rotate in along with Alexa Anderson.
Communication on both sides, trying to make sure everyone knows who's going to get the ball when it's in the air.
Smoky able to sneak it in. I think that was Anderson with the kill.
Yeah, it was Anderson.
Alexa Anderson picks up that kill. It's 15-13, and Smoky will have to serve, trying to, once again, tie it up. It's happened a few times in this set so far. They can get 2 more points. Blocked at the net, and it's going to be a point for Franklin.
Good block. And as you see, they were ready for Riley that time on that side.
16-13. Kendall Burns will serve. We've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Smoky Mountain coach Megan Desar. They want to talk it over.
Yes.
17-13 here in the third set. We'll definitely have a fourth set.
Yes.
We don't know who is going to go into that fourth set with the lead. It's been a very competitive set so far, very similar to that first set, Tony.
Yes, it has. And it's been going back and forth. And the big thing about playing games that are like emotional games is keeping your emotions in check. And that's what I can, since we're so close, I can actually see, the emotions of both teams at certain times. And right now, it seems like the Smoky Mountains emotions they're coming out a little bit. And, you kind of just have to play hard and keep your emotions in check, and everything will work out. Just keep playing hard, and, that's all you can do.
Got to channel those emotions in the right way.
Yes.
Behind us is the junior varsity squads for both teams, and they're making a lot of noise in this timeout. Service error out of the timeout, 17-14.
Good timeout. Just like when the kicker misses the field goal. Good timeout.
Ice the server.
Yes.
Kennedy Stuman, libero, will serve for Smoky. Big hit, and it is off the fingertips of a diving Kendall Burns, and a point for Smoky, 17-15. Smoky with the serve again. And she just snuck it in for the ace.
Good serve by Stuman.
17-16, 1-point edge for the Lady Panthers. Kennedy Stuman once again serving. Blocked at the net. Corbin sets Inslee. And the big hit going to be volleyed
Good
back.
block. Good block.
Inslee with the block. And that'll be a point for the Lady Panthers. 18-16. Drake will serve.
Big swing by Carly
Raleigh
yeah,
again, and Kendall
You had
Burns
to make sure.
has dove a couple of times. And
Yes.
come up a little empty and off of her hands, but the effort is there for sure. That's Taylor Inslee flexing her muscle, 19-17. Franklin with the advantage. And the serve, it's Riley Corbin, the senior. Blocked by Valentine, but it goes out of bounds. But it's a point for Smoky at 19-18. They'll have the serve as rotating in Huddleston. Hannah Huddleston, senior. For Smoky, and it's going to be Alexa Anderson ready to send it across the net.
Good serve. Good block.
A big block to tie this game at 19.
Ella Gamble with the block. Here comes the crowd.
Anderson with the service error. 20-19. Williams along with Dewey will rotate back into the match. Dug out by Tippett. Williams with an opportunity. Again, Sydney Williams. And she'll pick up the Lady Panther point. 21-19. Franklin will get the serve back here, Tony, with Kiera Dewey. Chance to possibly close out this third set if they can get on a roll. Get that hot hand serving it. Whistle and into the net. What was the call there, Tony?
8. I don't know what. I have no clue. It happened too fast. Don't know what happened. I think she might have went under.
Okay.
Let's see.
Now, it looks like Coach DeZarn wants an explanation to what transpired as well. Don't know if she got the explanation that she wanted, but we are back to action.
Definitely didn't get that. She wanted.
That's normally the case with coaches and officials, right, Tom?
Yes.
I'll say that Franklin was in the net, and it's a point for Smoky at 22-20. Lady Mustangs have the serve. Natalie Paris to send it across. Short serve, dug out by Tippett. Big hit.
Nice.
And the kill. 23-20. Amy Tippett will serve. The Lady Panthers here. The libero. He's dressed in black. Nice volley going. Both teams don't want to give up that point.
No.
It is down to the nitty-gritty here in set 3. And Smoky able to scratch and claw and pick up their 21st point. (23-22).
Nice kill on the overpass by Melanie Hoyle.
We've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Coach Rebecca Brooks and the Lady Panthers. They want to talk it over. Had a 23-19 lead and saw that evaporate as they could see the finish line, Tony. But one thing we have found out in this match so far, Smoky will not go away.
No, they will not. And they don't want they don't want to lose this. And it's just one of those things that we keep on touching on. It's the emotion of what's happening. It's the emotion of both teams being a rivalry, and one that doesn't have to. They're not playing after this. They're over. No more practice. No nothing. And the other is trying to get ready. Even if they're not the conference champions, co-champions, they still have to play in the conference tournament. So, they're going two opposite ways, but they're trying to get the same thing accomplished, and that's a win.
Right of the timeout, it's Ella Gamble to serve for Smoky Mountain. See if Franklin can save it. They do. Is it out of bounds? Yes, it is. And it is set point for the Lady Panthers at 24-22. That'll do it. Franklin wins 25-22 here in the third set to take a 2-1 advantage as we head to between each set. And again, we will keep it here if you just joined us. A little different broadcast than you normally see if you're watching us on the FPSN side of things. Not taking commercial breaks, so we will keep it here, and we'll talk about what we just saw. Tony saw the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs in that first set come out guns blazing, ended up winning that first set. Franklin seemed to get their footing in that second set. Third set was really up for grabs until late.
Right. And in that first set, there was there's a couple different things because it is the last game for them and the senior night. There's a lot of, emotion and energy that they have, and that's one thing that you can't really do, and it's hard to be able to play a whole match or a whole game off of emotion. At some point in time you have to settle into what you've been practicing and what and that's what's happening right now for Smoky Mountain. They settle in every once in a while, but then the emotions come out, and then it goes a little bit sideways, and that's what I've noticed from just watching, because we're so close now. I can see from a coach's standpoint the emotion on each player's face on both sides, and it doesn't look the body language and everything doesn't look good when something goes wrong. Where the games are to 25. So if you're making a mistake on point 3, it's not the end of the world. And that's what it looks like, for some of the players. And that's contagious. And then next thing you know, you're in a hole. Or you do the other way around, and for Franklin, they get up and then they might get a little loose. and then the other teams be able to get back in it. And those are the two things that are happening for both teams.
Well, we've got set number 4 coming up in just about 40 seconds or so, and we'll see if Franklin can close out this match, or does Smoky Mountain force the deciding 5th set. And if we did go to a 5th set, then you just played a 15 in that 5th set. And again, fans, we are really glad that you have decided to join us on our social media channels. If it's on YouTube or it's on Facebook on the FPSN side or the Smoky Mountain YouTube channel, we appreciate you. And whichever channel that you are watching us on, we like you to subscribe, give us a like. We do appreciate Jackson County school system allowing us to come in and broadcast. And one of the things that we had to agree to was not play commercials. That's why we didn't take a break there. We are glad that
we are the commercial.
able. That's right. We're glad that we are able to bring it to you and hopefully give you a little bit of entertainment here on this Tuesday afternoon, 2 days before Christmas. Final regular season match for both teams. Both teams are back out of their respective locker rooms. And we are ready to go here in the 4th set. The officials will make sure the rotations are correct. And the first point goes to the Lady Panthers.
Good hustle. Nice kill by Melanie Hoyle. Big left hand.
Tied at 1. And Smoky will have to serve. It's going to be Alexa Anderson. Heading back to serve as Huddleston will rotate in off of the bench. Barely made it over the net. And it's going to be a point for Smoky Mountain. That was tipped as it went out of bounds. Smoky now with a 3-1 edge early on here in set 4.
If I'm not mistaken, that was Carly Raleigh on that kill.
Anderson again to serve. Sydney Williams with the hit, and it sails wide. 4-1, Smoky. That'll be a service error.
7 for 23. 22 for 9.
4-2. Smoky Mountain with the lead.
One thing I did notice, into the net it goes. Another service error. We've seen a lot here for both teams in the 4th set. Looking at the scoreboards, they actually have a volleyball scoreboard.
Oh yeah, they have the multiple. The newer gyms, you get the scoreboard with that. It's made for volleyball, basketball. Badminton.
The timeouts and all that up there. It actually does say set. That'll be off the hands of the libero, Stuman, and a point for Franklin. 5-3, Smoky Mountain advantage.
Another thing rare for high schools, too, is it actually says Panthers and Mustangs.
Yes, the digital
Very nice.
scoreboard where you can put the team names up there. Valentine's big hit, blocked back. (6-3), Smoky Mountain has doubled up. The Lady Panthers tip it back in for Franklin. Carly Raleigh will be ready to serve here in a moment. She gets her mask readjusted. Off the hands, Smoky up 7-3. We've got to get Caleb Barnes rotating in for Coach Becca Brooks. Thought that they're going to whistle a timeout. The whistle. Barely got it over with Raleigh. And now there's the timeout.
Yes, there it is.
8-3, Smoky has come out guns a-blazing here in the fourth set. As we mentioned, they are a tough out.
Yes, they are. They beat they beat Hendersonville. Yep. You know, they did beat Hendersonville. So it's not at any point in time they should never thought it was going to be easy, and it's not. They're going to have to keep coming out and stay into the game plan, and everyone communicating and doing their job. That's it. You know, nothing heroic. Just do your job.
And if you just joined us, Lady Panthers with an opportunity to share the conference title with Hendersonville that lost last night. If you're a Lady Panther fan, did not know that. So this game is huge for the Lady Panthers. 9-3, Smoky is running away with set number 4. Carly Raleigh, the hot hand, she'll serve again. That one was tipped, they'll say, and it's a point for Franklin. 9-4. Franklin gets the serve back, and it'll be Riley Corbin with the honor. Her patented jump serve. Taylor Ensley with the kill. Valentine went up, could not block it back.
Nice kill by Paris.
And Paris will pick up the point for Smoky. And they have doubled up the Lady Panthers 10-5 with Anderson rotating back in for Smoky Mountain. We've got a whistle at the net, and looks like Smoky Mountain was in the net. But it's going to be a point for Franklin, 10-6. Dewey rotating in along with Williams. Here you see her on screen, Sydney Williams. That front line. Tippett Dofort couldn't come up with it. Smoky picks up the point, 11-6. And they'll send back Natalie Paris to serve. Valentine 2 hits. And again, Smoky will serve with a 6-point advantage at 12-6. Short serve, and it caught the Lady Panthers napping.
Sure did.
13-6. It's Paris once again. Another kill for the Lady Mustangs. They're up 14-6 here in set 4. And Natalie Paris, the hot hand now. She'll serve.
And this is where the emotion can come in. You know, when everything's good, you can play with emotion. You know, it can be there. That's the only thing is sustaining it, and that's what's hard.
Sydney Williams dug out the back line. We'll see if Smoky can save it. They do. Valentine will pick up the kill.
Big swing by Anya Valentine.
And Anya will take a seat as Kanan Drake will rotate back in.
And on that last one, Anya swung it hard just because in the other one she didn't swing as hard, and Coach got on her for it.
Hoyle went up, couldn't get a good hit on that ball. 15-8, Amy Tippett once again.
Good decision by Kanan Drake.
The Mustangs dove for it. They converged but couldn't come up with it as Kanan Drake will pick up the point for the Lady Panthers. 15-9. Franklin crawling back into this one. They're 1 point trailing by 9.
Good block.
15-10. We've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Smoky Mountain. So Coach Megan DeZarn sees Olmo switching, Tony.
Yes.
And tries to switch it back to her side with that timeout.
And that's a dangerous thing about that. Like I said, when you're playing on emotion and, everyone's, cheering for you and, then, you have a string of things going, it's hard to sustain it. At some point in time, you're going to come back down to, what you've been doing. And if you haven't been doing the right things, then, it's, as a coach, that's why Coach DeZarn called that timeout. She wanted to make sure she got them regrouped and thinking about what they need to be doing for the rest of this game.
12 seconds before we'll get back to set number 4. Stop the clock with 6 seconds. And we'll get back to action here. Amy Tippett out of the timeout will serve. Coach Becca Brooks. Sydney Williams, did she sneak it in? Yes, she did. 15-11. Just a 4-point Lady Mustang lead. Amy Tippett with a hot hand. She's going to serve once again. Sydney Williams with the kill, 15-12.
Nice set. Good kill.
A 6-0 run for the Lady Panthers. Amy Tippett set the serve. Miss hit, and it's the 7th in a row for the Lady Panthers, 15-13. Point trailed by 9. It was 15-6, Tony, and now it's 15-13.
Yes.
Lady Panthers able to save it out of the net. Inslee.
Nice.
Will pick up the Panthers' 8th point in a row. 15-14, chance to tie it now. Amy Tippett once again sends it in the air for Coach Becca Brooks. We are tied at 15. My goodness. And now a whistle and another timeout called by Smoky Mountain and Megan Desarn, their head coach. She wants to again try to keep Old Mo from switching to the red side, but I think it has, Tony.
And that's, as a coach, she's just trying to do as much as she can do because she's not out there, digging the balls and making these passes to, and that's where the emotion of it comes.
You talked about the emotion, and
yes.
From our angle, it does seem like that. The spark is not there.
Not there. Like it's
anymore
there for a second.
Smoky.
It gets there for a second, and then it just, and that's the thing about playing with emotion.
Yeah.
That, it's a. I was taught a long time ago. Some people can try to play with emotion. Like when we used to play, when I was at Clemson, we played Furman, and they'd be playing with a lot of emotion at first, and then it settled down, and then you see, the difference.
Amy Tippett once again. 9 points in a row for the Lady Panthers. Once trailed 15-6. Able to save it once again. We've seen a ton of that in this run. And we'll be able to save that one. Into the net it goes, and it's a point for the Smoky Mountain Lady Stangs.
And that was
back up 16-15.
And that was a great point by Coach Desarn because she called that timeout to break it. And they were on a roll there. The Panthers were. Great timeout.
Ella Gamble serves. What's the call? It was out of bounds.
That's the same thing that happened earlier, but Franklin kept playing. And that's if they would just let it drop, they might have got the call.
Big hit by Raleigh. Able to sneak it in.
And watch for a little while now. You see the emotion, it's back. That spark is back.
18-15. Smoky Mountain now on a run. 3 in a row for the Lady Mustangs as Ella Gamble send it in the air. And that's a service error. Tori Inslee ready to serve for Coach Becca and the Lady Panthers.
Good block by Cannon Drake.
Cannon just went up and sent that one from where it came. 18-17, Tori Inslee. And the Lady Panthers chance to tie it back up. It hit the antenna. That'll be out of bounds. It's a point for Smoky.
It did hit the antenna.
It did.
Yes. But
Coach Brooks is emphatically yelling something about the antenna and the official. They are not going to reverse course. Talking to the line judge,
yes,
nearest to her, and also the official on the tower, which is across the way from the angle that you're looking at.
A lot of discussions.
19-17, Smoky with the serve and Alexa Anderson. Service error.
1 for 2, 1 for 2. 14 for 23.
19-18, Smoky trying to force that deciding fifth set.
And it's interesting, you know, you see the rotations in, and Taylor Inslee just rotated in.
20-18, Smoky. Kennedy Stuman, the libero, will serve now. (21-18).
Now they're sensing it.
That'll sell wide, and it is a point for Franklin. 21-19. What's at stake if you just joined us? Franklin, if they're able to win this match, co-champions of the Mountain 6 Conference. Smoky Mountain playing for pride and, of course, a rivalry.
Good block by Anya.
Anya Valentine with the kill, 21-20. Now Smoky with some discussion with the official on the tower.
They're trying to say that she went over the net, but we're sitting right here. We hit the ball. She hit the ball hard, and Anya, she's able to float. And Anya was just floating there and just, you know, dumped it back down.
Kanan Drake now to serve.
Good swing by Carly Raleigh.
Carly Raleigh with the kill, 22-20. Lady Mustangs will have the serve back. That's an ace. 23-20 whistle and a timeout called by Coach Becca Brooks and the Lady Panthers. Smoky trying to force that deciding fifth set. We saw at one point in this set, Tony, a 9-point run by Franklin to tie it up at 15. It's been back and forth ever since, so it's possible. Lady Panthers know they can do it to come back just down 3. Of course, you have to win by 2.
Yes, correct. And then if and this is where it gets kind of dicey. So if Smoky Mountain wins this next one, wins this, you know, these next 2 points they have to get, and Franklin isn't able to come back, this next game there'll be a lot of tension in this next game,
to say the least. We are at set point. Smoky off to the light it goes. Smoky trying to close it out. And we head to a deciding 5th set here in this Battle of Cowie Mountain. Why not? It's the final game of the year. Why don't we go to the max? And in the 5th set, you just played to 15. So you mentioned that a couple of times in that 4th set, Tony. The intensity is ratcheted up.
Yes, it is.
Because it is a shorter match.
Yes, and right now they know what's at stake. You know, Smoky knows that they can prevent the Franklin Panthers from being champions. And that's a goal.
Absolutely.
You know, that if your rival, you have a chance to knock them out of something or do whatever, you're going to do it. So on both sides, they need to come out with a lot of energy and keep the energy through every point until the last point has been decided.
Both teams are in the lobby areas of the gymnasium, talking over strategy. And we have been on the air consistently for 3 hours now, Tony.
Nice.
As if you just joined us and you're watching on the FPSN side, not taking commercial breaks. That's why we're still here. Because of the rules set forth by the Jackson County school system for us to come here and broadcast. But I think this gymnasium, even though there's only 25 fans in the gym, quote-unquote fans,
yes,
it is going to be louder than it would be if it was a packed house with all the junior varsity squads behind us and us right here at courtside level with our microphones.
Man, good match. Very good. What a way to end the regular season. And I feel like us talking that everyone's listening to us again.
It's very quiet in here.
Yes. Okay, here they go. Smoky Mountain Mustangs are the first ones into the gym this time.
Yep, pretty confident after that 4th set win. And they have nothing to lose. We've talked about that a couple of times. This is their last hurrah.
Correct.
The last set of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be qualifying for the playoffs or the conference tournament. So you've got nothing to lose if you're a Lady Mustang. The Lady Panthers come back in, as you see, out of their quasi-locker room in the gymnasium lobby. Horn sounds. We get ready for the deciding 5th sets. We're in Silva tonight. The officials will set the rotations. There's some discussion now. Sandy Tabor, the scorekeeper for Franklin, comes over. They'll exchange and make sure that the rosters are correct here.
What happened?
I have no idea, Tony.
They're out of Are they out of rotation already?
I don't know what is happening now. There's now some discussion at the scores table.
Sorry. It's yours. Go.
So they gave Smoky Mountain a point, and they've got the serve. And it is a service error. We are tied at one. You ever seen that happen, Tony?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But now it's really on because I can see the emotion on both sides.
Inslee sends it across the net. And it is sit down emphatically.
Good kill by Kaden Drake.
Set. Corey Inslee once again. Gotta love a rivalry.
Yes, you do.
Tied at 2 now.
Big swing by Melanie Hoyle.
We just played a 15. And then set 5. Every point is ratcheted up.
Yes.
Another service error.
Let's see who's in better shape because when you're cheering like how they're cheering for every point, you will get exhausted.
Wear
quick.
yourself out, jumping up and down, stomping.
Yes, you will wear yourself out.
Tied at 3. Four to 3 now. Franklin gets the serve back. Valentine will hop into the game. And it's going to be Kanan Drake to serve. And able to sneak it in. Valentine blocks it.
Good block by Valentine.
5-3, Drake to serve again. Another block for Valentine. And Franklin has doubled up the Smoky Mountain Mustangs at 6-3, and it's Kanan Drake once again to serve. Valentine went up, thought about emphatically swinging, and then said, hey, I'll change it up, and I think fooled herself. 6-4. Carly Raleigh to serve for Smoky.
Get your blood going in here.
Tori Inslee. 7-4, Franklin.
And that's one thing the Lady Panthers are doing right now is everyone is swinging hard.
Riley Corbin serves. (7-5). Wyke and Anderson will rotate in for Coach DeZarn and the Lady Mustangs. They'll get the serve with, I believe, Macy Wyke, and she's going to go back and send it across the net. Tori Inslee sneaks it in emphatically with the kill. Inslee going to rotate out. 8-5. Franklin advantage. Kiera Dewey sends it in the air. Williams, a lot of movement on that one. 9-5. What is at stake, fans? For Franklin, a co-conference championship.
Yes.
If they're able to win set 5 here and defeat the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs. Williams, blocked back. Williams again. Sydney Williams.
Big swing on both of those.
Gives the Lady Panthers a 10-5 advantage. Kiera Dewey once again.
Good block.
Blocked by Williams. Again, Sydney Williams with the big hit and the kill. Whistle and a timeout called by the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs. Megan DeZarn wants to try to keep that momentum from swinging the Panthers' way. She played a 15, 11-5 now, Tony. As everybody gets quiet in here.
Everybody's quiet. Everybody's listening to us again.
4 points away from securing the win, and that's why Coach DeZarn called that timeout.
Yes, and that's so right now, anything, this is all hands on deck. You have to. The end of your season is 4 points away, so you're trying to make sure that you calm them down, because right now, the Lady Mustangs, they're kind of scattered right now. You bring them all back together and try to muster up another comeback.
We've seen some comebacks in this match. If you just joined us, that fourth set saw Franklin score 9 consecutive points to tie that match. Ended up losing set 4. Miss hit, trying to save it and dig it out of that back line, Kiera Dewey, and it's a point for Smoky Mountain. They'll have the serve back as it's going to be Natalie Paris ready to send it across the net. Williams again. She has flexed her muscle
hand
for sure in this set 5. At her position on that front line. It's Franklin's opportunity to serve. Amy Tippett.
Nice swing by Melanie Hoyle, the conference leader in kills.
Ella Gamble ready to send it up.
And this is usually in the rotation where they usually come back. We'll see if that happens in this one.
Drake will pick up the point. 13-7. Franklin just 2 points away from securing the victory in this match. Now it's match point for the Lady Panthers.
Point.
Lady Panthers thought that it was a point for them, but
someone was in the net.
Yep, they whistled. And will give the point to the Lady Mustangs as Olivia Rice heads back to serve. That's it. Franklin wins the match. 15-8, the final in set 5. As that was about as exciting as you could ask for,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
In a rival match.
Yes. I tell you what, and you can see from some of the seniors from Smoky Mountain that now the emotion is really coming out because that was their last game, and I like to say congratulations to them because that was a tough match. That was a tough match for them, and they played great. They played very good.
Well, if you're Coach Megan Desard, you've got a lot to build on.
Yes,
because you saw some flashes of glory this season
right.
with defeating Hendersonville. And really, I tell you, I'm surprised at the record that Smoky has this season.
Correct.
With the matches that we have seen, both the one at the Panther Den and then the one here in Silva tonight.
Yes, and some of it actually really has to do with the COVID restrictions because like they had 2 or 3 players that were out because of that. When they played us, the libero Kennedy Stewman was out. Yeah. So that kind of changes your whole rotation and kind of messes some things up. So and it might take 2 or 3 games to get that back.
And congratulations to the Lady Panthers. They finish the season playing 12 matches, which is an accomplishment in itself.
Right.
Finished 10-2, only 2 losses to Hendersonville. Hendersonville also finished with 2 losses in the conference. And what we were told, if Franklin was able to win tonight, that they would award these co-championships of the conference. See if that does stick. One thing we do know, the conference tournament will begin in just about 2 weeks.
Yes.
And both Franklin and Hendersonville will be participating in that 14 tournament. 5 and 6 seeds do not make it this year, and Smoky, unfortunately, finished in the 5th slot, so they will not be qualifying for the conference tournament this season. But anyway, it has been fun here in the regular season. Don't know what the conference and the state tournament holds for the Lady Panthers, but if there is a chance, we'll be with you on the FPSN side. And we appreciate you on the Smoky Mountain Mustang YouTube page tuning in tonight. A lot of folks to thank, all of our camera operators. They rotated in and out, along with Clinton Taylor, our executive producer. For Tony Christie, I'm George Young. So long, everybody.